Warm good afternoon to our
Good
honored
afternoon.
speaker of the day, Dr. Madhu Chandhok,
Thank you.
fellow panel members Sanand Tiwari and Nikhil Garg, and faculty front office Mr. Abhishek Charles Peter, and all attendees. Let us start today's meeting with a prayer. Please join me in a prayer.
A very fruitful afternoon to Dr. Madhu Chandhok ma'am, respected principal sir, and to all present in this meeting. Now, I would like to take allowance from our respected principal sir, Anand Mittal sir, to introduce ma'am, Dr. Madhu Chandhok. May I, sir?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Ma'am, IHM Merit welcomes you.
Thank you.
About ma'am, a hospitality professional with masters in business management and over 37 years of extensive project and design development experience in all phases of planning, design and construction documentation, project management and contract administration for a broad range of hotel projects expanding from brands like Holiday Inn, Crown Plaza, Intercontinental and Hilton Doubletree by Hilton, Hilton Garden Inn and Hampton. Education, Delhi University, BSc Honors, South Delhi Polytechnic for Women, Diploma in Design, Berufsfachschule Germany, Management and Economics, YMCA Institute of Management, Masters of Business Administration, that's MBA. Experience, involved in academics, visiting faculty at OCLD, the Oberoi Center of Learning and Development, since 2015. Visiting faculty ISH, Indian School of Hospitality. Advisory Board, Professional Housekeepers Association, PHA. Hospitality Purchasing Managers Forum, HPMF. Committee member, Australia, New Zealand, India Business Association. Executive Committee member of Holy Child School, Alumni Association. Director Design and Projects, Hilton Worldwide. General Manager Projects and Interiors, the Lalit Suri Hospitality Group. Achievements. Received Doctor of Excellence degree on 22nd June 2019 from CIAC. Global for Excellence in Field of Design and Project Management and Sustainable Leadership Contribution. Contributed towards design review process for all projects to make them more efficient, functional, and bring it to a global brand level, and value engineering for cost saving and more efficient operational flow. Led the teams to achieve important milestones on budget, value engineering, establishing and meeting schedules for a timely completion of an opening of all hotels project. As an owner's representative, managed design review, development, sourcing, and procurement process for over 12 full-service and luxury hotels across India. Led the design consultants and their teams and contractors in providing strategies for improvements and various hospitality aspects, such as interior design, fit out, and FF&E. Always believed in achieving quality projects and guiding all players and educating to have a first time right approach. As a champion of mock-up rooms and FF&E, prototype review process gives prime importance to the review protocol and managed to achieve quality output for various projects. Believe in a holistic approach to projects. Current key role is strategic planning, business development and pre-construction, construction and handover phases of the hotel projects, and responsible for design development of all interior spaces, FF&E, HOE quality control, sourcing and procurement support. Thank you. This is Anand Tarware. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanand.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So,
It's all yours,
so
Dr. Madhu Chandhok.
okay. So welcome all of you, and it gives me immense pleasure to be amidst all of you and share some thoughts. I always like to be in midst of young people like yourself, because it just, I start feeling also, the same age as you people are, because you give us positive energy and we all feel very good. So today's session, what I want to take forward is not just like a one-sided lecture or something that I want to share with you. I'm just going to share some of the experiences with you, and I have a very short presentation to share as well. So if I may ask, all of you or anyone can answer, what do you understand by the word hospitality? If somebody just gives you that word hospitality, what do you understand by that word? Anyone? Anjana, Ishan, Divan, Anand, anybody? Nikhil? Just give it a shot. What do you think hospitality is?
Students, ma'am wants
Giving
this
a
session to be interactive, so you'll have to speak
Yes.
up.
Yes. Anybody? Maybe
giving
anyone who feels. Yes.
giving a service to guest in a home away from home. Giving a service to guest.
See, hospitality as such is providing service. Yes, you're right. But it's not just hotels, or it's not just, we all learn hospitality in our own homes. If we start looking at ourselves when we were young children, and all of you, including me, and if we had a guest in our home, we would like to, our parents used to say, okay, this evening we are having visitors in our home, and the whole family came together to set to make sure that the experience of your visitors is very good, and by the end of the day when they leave your home, they take back some memories. So hospitality is giving the service and creating memories for people. So memories are, and you have to make sure that those memories are strong, because you have to have a recall value of whatever service you have given to them. So whenever, how will they remember you? They will remember you by the service you provide. They will remember you by the service you provide. So if you are able to provide a good service to them, they will remember. So I will start working on how we actually collaborate in a hotel environment today. And times are tough. We all understand we are going through the past 1.5, 2 years almost, a situation which is out of control, but we are all doing our bit. As we always say, we have to still move on. It's like the charge of the light brigade, which always has inspired me. It's but to do and die. It's not to reason why. So you have to just keep going with the jest and with all your energy forward. So I'll just give you a small, sort of an experience, my own experience. When I was in the Lalit Hotel for 27 years, and I was heading projects, etc. And I had a team of about 35 people under me who were doing, they were masons, carpenters, operations team, everybody, gardeners, etc. So we were all together, and we were like working like a family. So we all in our work environment tried to create a family atmosphere. So one fine day, what happened was there was an electrician by the name of Negi, and I was actually not finding him on a job for almost 4-5 days. I was asking for him, where is Negi? Where is Negi? He says, no, he's not coming. Probably he's not well. So one fine day, I really got so worried that I told one of my subordinates that please take a vehicle and go to Negi's house. So he picked up the vehicle, and I said, just when you are there, just call me. When he went to Negi's home, he found that Negi was alone himself, because he was from Uttaranchal and he was here staying in a rented accommodation, and he was alone and he was ailing and he was very unwell. So we couldn't decipher what was wrong with him. So I told him, I said, just put him in the car and take him to the Batra hospital. We had a very good relationship with Batra hospital. So I said, you go there, and from here, I will take a few people and I will also reach there. So he reached there, and I also reached with my team there, and we discovered that his hemoglobin level had fallen to 4. And it was like literally like that he could have actually also lost his life in that scenario. So we went there, we spoke to the doctors, and doctor said he needs immediate blood. So I gave him the first dose of blood. My colleagues came in, they gave in, and our team members also came and gave him. And it took him about 1 month till he was hale and hearty. And touch wood, till today, he is very well. So when he came back, and he came back to work, and he was really feeling so much part of that whole team. So it is important that these are the memories that we create in people's mind, that they also understand. And in a hotel atmosphere, if we were to look at a hotel, it's when you will graduate, all of you, and get into that hotel space, how that hotel space has come together. There's a lot of effort that gets into that space to be put together. So I've tried to put through this presentation that I'm just sharing with you the whole life cycle, so that you have some basic understanding of that. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if we were to start and look at, say, hospitality, how does it look at today, tomorrow, and what do you think is future? And what I was just mentioning, it just is said by Mahatma Gandhi that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I think each hospitality professional practices this each day and each night, so they are
And
working on.
this is the line which I read, which prompted me to call you.
Okay.
I was so fascinated by this line,
Yes.
by your dedication to serve humanity, that I said she's not going to say no to me. This is what gave me the courage to call you.
No. See, life. I think we all have to die one day. It's a given. Okay. We do not know when it will happen. That's something which is unknown. It's like we do not know when COVID will go away, but it will go away. It will definitely go away one day. So I think the knowledge, our learnings, our mistakes shouldn't die with us. That's what I think. It's good to share with everybody. And that's how once we
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah. And the whole management of, once everybody is together, the whole management is done by the project manager. So the project manager is taking care of the whole process, from planning to the construction stage to the lower stage. So there are the various stages that we come across in a hotel planning. So now I have tried to capture all this in a sort of a flow chart just to explain to you. So what is a hospitality project? After there's a design brief that has been given to the designer, and brings global perspective, and design experts are on board. They also understand the brand standards and guidelines laid by the hospitality brand. In principle, if it's a Hyatt, or if it's, say, Marriott, or if it's Sheraton, or if it's, say, Taj or Oberoi, the brand standards and guidelines are quite similar, but they might vary from brand to brand. So it's very important that the design team understands the brand standards. Can anybody tell me what MEP means? Anyone? I'm saying MEP and allied services. So can anybody expand MEP for me for a minute? Understands this? word? No, no one? So it's mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Okay, MEP is mechanical, which is the air conditioning, etc. part. Electrical, we all understand. Plumbing, we all understand. So it's mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. These are also very important aspect of a hotel. So now when we come to this, just to show you, just look at this whole sort of flow chart and say, so the project brief, as I said, is done. After that, it goes to the architect and the architect's brief is done. He does an area program. Area program is that he calculates how much of an area we have to give to various functions of the hotel. How much will be for the lobby, how much will be for the public spaces, how much for the facility planning of the back of the house area, kitchens, etc. So all that is done there. Then the interior designer who does the interior designing of the hotel also gives its brief. Then similarly, the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing also give their brief. If you see all these consultants, you have the architect, you have the interior designer, also have a landscaping consultant who takes care of all the landscaping and garden areas of the hotel, lighting consultant who takes care of the lighting, then procurement consultant who takes care of all the buying requirements of the project. Then we have the facility planner or the back of the house designer. MEP, we have already spoken. IT, which is the information technology. Then fire life safety, security, graphics, who look at the signage, etc. Does anybody understand the word acoustics? What does acoustics, what do you understand by the word acoustics? Anybody?
Something light or soft.
Pardon?
Something light or soft.
No. No. Acoustics is basically related to sound level. So if your hotel is actually by the airport, you need to control the kind of sound that comes into the guest room from the exterior. So the exterior might be at a very high sound level. So you will specify materials and you will specify your window glass details according to the level of noise that is outside. So there are calculations done by the acoustic consultant. So acoustic is a word which is used for sound. And 50 decibels, it's measured in decibels. And 50 decibel is a sound which is acceptable limit and where the guest will not get disturbed from the outside. So just to attain that 50 decibel, the interior designer will have to look at certain materials which are sound absorbent. The architect will have to look at a window detail, which is double glazed window, double glass window, or triple glazed 3-glass window, so that they have the air gap and sound does not transmit into the room. So that's how there are the different types that they have to look at. So acoustics is a very important. Just one here and from, and I do want that answer to come from one of you. Which is a noise level in a guest room which should be higher than 50 decibel? I've already told you 50 decibel is a sound level that is a good level inside a room, but there is another sound in a room which, if required, has to be rooms, etc. And the project manager. So once all these team is on board, then they do, the managers will, and then give them all the brief. And then the consultants will give a concept presentation to the owner saying, okay, this is how your hotel will look. Once the concept is approved by the owner, then they will do the schematic design, which is the second stage of design, in which they will show 3D images. There are very many softwares for design. They will show them, okay, this is how your room will look like. These are the colors that we want to use. This is the fabrics that we use. Then we look at the design development. Once that scheme is approved by everyone, then the designers will do the design development, which is making of the drawings, the elevations, and then the construction documentation and the tender document, etc., which goes to the project manager, who then asks for bidding and tender. He floats the tenders, gets the comparative done, and then he awards the contracts in consultation with the owners and brand. And once that is all done, then the construction will start. Is this whole process till now clear with everyone, or any question? Anybody has any question?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So once the construction starts, then the project manager coordinates by monthly meetings. The very important part of a hotel is the MUR. Can anybody tell me what MUR is? You did capture in my profile as well. What is MUR? Anybody? Okay, it's a mock-up room. So we actually do a mock-up room. So mock-up room is a room that is done even before the hotel is ready, for everybody to evaluate and see if that room is good enough from a functionality point of view, from a look and feel point of view, from say lighting levels point of view, and everything. It might not be functional for plumbing, air conditioning, etc., because the hotel is not ready. And this mock-up room can be done on site if the site has some space, or it can be done off site. And here I'll give you an example. We were building this Lalit Mumbai, and the hotel was not ready, construction was going on. So I did the mock-up room of the Mumbai hotel in the basement of our Delhi hotel. So it's not that you have to do that mock-up room anywhere else. This only saves time and saves the design development and approval times with brand and with yourself, and review by operations team as well. So that's how it's very important. So you set that, and once the mock-up room is done, then everybody will go and review it. Once they review it, then you might have comments saying that, okay, you know, you've spent too much money, the budget is not good enough, you have to reduce. So that the designer will have to go through a process where they will re-specify some of the materials, try and bring down the price and cost to match the owner's expectation. And that process is called value engineering. So they do a value engineering of that process. And then after everything is done, then a control room is made, which is a final room, which the contractor, once he or she is on board, then they will match and make all the rooms, because rooms actually conform to almost 60 to 70% of the hotel. So we cannot afford to even make one mistake there, because one mistake made in one room is equivalent to so many number of mistakes to the number of rooms. So mock-up room is very important. Similarly, we do similar stuff for public areas as well. Once the mechanical, electrical and everything is ready, they do the testing and commissioning of all, whether it is the water systems, whether it is the fire line, whether it is the security alarm system, etc., audiovisual system. So all that has been done. FLS is a short form for fire life safety, just for your information. And once this is all done, then the project is set for the handover. So the project team and the operations team come in as a pre-opening team. Many of you, when you will go to your hotels, you might be part of a pre-opening team, because the hotel is still not open, but you've been hired by the hotel for that opening. So you might be part of these pre-opening. So in the pre-opening timing, you will order all your operating supplies and equipment. So OS&E is operating supplies and equipment. Just for your information, it is also sometimes referred by some brands as HOE, which is a hotel operating equipment, or HOS, hotel operating supplies. So these are some of those items that we do. So the operating team will get into the room. So, okay, if I am the project manager, I'll say, okay, you know, come take handover of the 15th floor. So you will go into the 15th floor. Once you get into the rooms, you will start making the snagging. Snagging is a defect list. Start making the defect list. And once the project team again goes back with the contractors, gets those defects rectified, then you go back for de-snagging to see, okay, can we put a tick onto whatever points that we had said. Once that all is done, then you go to the review, the handover documents, and area by area, it is handed over to the operational team. And then it's the grand opening. Is it clear from the whole process point of view, how a hotel is put together?
A real eye-opener.
Yeah. Hopefully. So at least you have a direction of how much of an effort gets into the project team. And, since I've been part of the projects, and on a lighter note, I will tell you, and I have been part of almost like 40 projects in my 40 years almost. Next year, I'll complete 40 years of service. So I have actually felt with each hotel complete, it's like marrying your daughter. That's the kind of feeling comes to, because so much of an effort goes into putting things together, creating, and then suddenly you have to hand over to the operating team. And then they take the whole, and whatever they do with that, we don't know. So it's important for you to understand that there's so much of an effort gone in. And you also, I'll understand there are people who you can go back to if you have a problem, because they are all technically qualified people who put that building together. Don't try and take your own decisions. You have a team, owner has paid them for it. So if you have a recurring issue, go back to them, and they should be more than there. And you could take help from the project teams of your hotels and do that. Okay. So this is what it is. So we'll go next. So this is all what I have said in sort of a circle form, which I thought was, when I was with Hilton, we developed this, which was like a development. So you have project is defined, consultants are hired, concept design, then contracts, then tender procurement, construction and fit out, handover to the operations, and then the project management is in the center. So they take care of all these aspects. Just to let you know that this is whole full cycle. Nothing, even if you remove one of it, then the chain is broken. So all these aspects are very important aspects. And what do you mean by handover, where you as hospitality professionals will be part of? It's very important. Handover means that the work has been completed as per design. It is conforming to the local standards and brand standards. And all the snag lists or the defect lists by consultants have been taken care of. Confirmation by the projects managers that the work is now completed. Testing, commissioning, all reports have been done. Certificates, licenses, training to the operational team, all warranties, spares if any, manufacturer's information, maintenance contracts if any that has been set, and maintenance manuals should be all consolidated and submitted. So that's also very important. And then asset registers and as-built set of drawings to be handed over to operational team. These are some things that you as operational teams should always ask. You might not get all of them. You might get missing a few items, which you can follow up even later. But tell them and put your foot down and saying, unless and until I have all this, I am not going to open and run this. So that will push the project managers to push the manufacturers, to push the procurement guys to get all that information for you. Because that's the only chance to get a quality product. Because if you actually accept an understated product, you will have to live with it for the rest of your life. So that is very important. So is it clear, this sheet of handover?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I just thought, post this, maybe a little bit of what I feel the post-COVID, things, how hotel will change, and just to share with you a few things. Trends show that, the consolidation of the departments will happen. And I do not know, I'm sure many brands are already working on it. So cluster arrangement of operational teams will be much more popular. So thereby, each one of you have to learn to become multitasking. If you are in front office, does not mean you might be a front office specialist, but you must know about rooms division. You must know about housekeeping. You must know a little bit about engineering, sales and marketing, all those aspects, F&B, you should be knowing, because you are through your whole course having an overview of each of these subjects in any which case. So you should try and get a little bit, because what I have even seen today, housekeepers who start as a housekeeper in a hotel gets into a corporate housekeeper level, and then she can also get into a rooms division manager, and tomorrow as a general manager. So the succession path or your career graph is up to you to decide for yourself. Nobody will decide that for you. and you have to develop your own skills and you have to enhance your learnings to that direction. Where I see myself, people who are in the final year now and who will be graduating, they should see and have a 5-year plan. Okay, I want to see myself in 5 years here. So that's the cliff you want to climb. And these are my steps and these are my landings. These are my steps and these are my landing. So I always give an example of a staircase. Imagine if you were to climb a staircase of a 10-story building and there was no landing, you wouldn't be able to. And the chances of falling back are much higher. So just remember, don't be in a rush to reach the top. Learn something. So climb some steps, consolidate. Climb another steps, consolidate. Because you are the right people to decipher your own strengths. Your peers, your mentors in your campus will guide you. They will also enhance your skills. People like me, I can also guide and mentor you to any questions that you have. But your target or your focus, or as you all must have seen that movie Laksh, So if you relate even to that movie, he had a target. So that target you have to define. That I cannot define for you. I can help you reach that target. Your peers and everyone can help you reach that target. But that target needs to be defined by each one of you, because then you have to do a lot of work to achieve that target. It cannot just come to you on a platter, So that's something that you have to do. Then it requires the hotel to provide the right tool and scalable technology to allow both management line staff to manage tasks, departments, and hotels in real time. And some of these departments are labor intensive with repeated manual tasks, as I was mentioning, like housekeeping. So we are looking at modifying the operating hours of the administration. So all these things will be actually coming in. And what will happen is that not machine learning is important, but machine will not take on the entire task. A machine can never replace a human being. So you as a hospitality professional, you might work in a hotel, you might work in a hospital, you might work in a real estate development firm, you might work in a retail segment, you might work in a cruise line ship, you might work in airlines. So there are so many avenues open for you all. It's not just hotels alone. So hospitality, as I started my conversation, does not mean just hotels. So just take that thing out of your mind that there is so much. Once you come out of an hospitality institute, there is so much open for you. But it's up to you to learn and absorb as much as you can. So overall, if we say the hotel should consider mostly a three-phased approach in today's time and world. So while the travel is on pause and people are not traveling, many hotels are closed. Hotels should stay connected with past and future guests through social media, through email. So it's very important that hotels are still open, even if they are working remotely. The sales and marketing team are working from their homes, but they are connecting with their guests. They're connecting with the entire list of people who've been their regular customers, and they maintain that relationship, because out of sight is out of mind. You should remember. So it's very important that you have that recall value to your brand and wherever you have. So ramp up marketing efforts by the use of the information technology in terms of your cost per click. All the travel agents and everybody, your cost per mile, they're trying to calculate all that, and also ensuring the flexible cancellation policy. That's how even the revenues are making. They are making. Anything that you have, any questions anybody has? No? Okay. And then travel demand also will strengthen, continuing marketing effects, and market will definitely stabilize. It might not happen immediately, but I think in times to come, very soon, we should keep on learning. We should keep on enhancing our skills and moving towards a better tomorrow. And as I this morning was reading somewhere, and I think this is something we all have to be we have to forget the past, and we have to not just look at tomorrow. We have to have our mind always innovate and we have to look at the day after. What will happen the day after? Because today you know what is happening and you can control. Tomorrow you can plan, but the day after is so unknown. But you need to plan for the day after even today. So just keep your eyes and ears open, keep on reading a lot, keep on reading some hospitality blogs which are there, some big sort of professional people are having these discussions. There are webinars which are held. Listen to them, take your call, educate your own self. So this is very important. So finally, way forward is we should have a proactive measure to enhance the visitor's safety. We should have minimal obstruction or compromise to give a guest experience. So the process and people, because there will be so many changes in the process that we did earlier. So for instance, if I give you an example, the way the buffets are served or were served will change drastically. Things will become so much personalized. So people and process alignment is very important. So your HR will have a very major function and training will have a very major function to train. So these are the things that you have to have a train the trainer approach, and because each one of you has strengths and each one of us also have weaknesses. But your strength might be somebody's weakness or somebody else's strength might be your weakness. So collaborating with each other, working together to develop and strengthen each other like a big bond is the key to success. So here developing a lot of, as I was mentioning, a lot of brands are developing some unified technical standards. They are going through the learning curve and process. All hotels are developing the SOPs, but still we need to actually understand and process the SOPs. There need to be a standard regulatory norm. So all these things have to be blessed by the government and governing bodies. So a lot of work is happening. A lot of it has been released also. And some of the brands have done, if you see, like they have also done their cleaning programs. And at Hospitality Net, I found this image which was good. Say, Accor Hotels is saying like a safety and cleaning program, all stay well. Anantara Hotels is saying stay with a peace of mind. Best Western Hotel and Resorts, we care, clean. Four Seasons, lead with care. Hilton says clean stay. Hyatt Hotels say global care and cleanliness commitment. IHG says clean promise. Kempinski Hotel says white glove service. Marriott International says global cleanliness council and commitment to clean. Melia Hotel says stay safe with Melia. It's their own tagline. Wyndham's Hotels and Resorts is reassuring their guests to say count on us. So these are some of the commitments that we have. So this is the end of my presentation, and I'll just 1 minute stop sharing and then come back to you all. Yeah. So I hope, the small presentation that I could put together in a short span of time, to just because I did want you to take home some learning from this. Anything that you have any questions, I am very much open to, to ask and, come back to you. Anybody wants to ask anything? Okay, so to sum up, I would just like to share a few of my recommendations to you. While you are in this phase of learning in your institute, please identify your own weaknesses and there are so many tools available online where you could enhance them. Many will be enhanced in your institute itself, but there's a lot to be enhanced, whether it's LinkedIn learning tools, whether it is any. So please go ahead and enhance your learning experience. And also never shy to believe in yourself and never shy to ask. I think ASK is the best word in the world, because if you do not know, ask, because no one will know it all. Because we will say tomorrow, okay, I always say the other person does not know sometime that he does not know. There are so many things that even I won't know. I'm trying to learn each day. And I think till my last breath, I will be learning, because learning can never stop. And here is something that my mother told me when I was studying. She said, Madhu, education is like a jewelry that nobody can rob you of. So, in my whole career and path, I have done my management degree. And I didn't speak about it, but I'm a BSc zoology honor student. So I started my career with becoming a doctor. That was my first laksh, as I would say. But when it didn't happen, and since I was very creative, so I suddenly moved and diversified into design. So it's not that you will probably be successful in whatever you do, but you can work towards it and you can find your way path. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope it's a good short and crisp
I would
presentation.
like to add to that jewelry thing that you said, that your mother said, that it is not just that nobody can steal it, it is also that the more you distribute it, the bigger your wealth becomes. It is so funny, the more you teach, the more you learn.
Yes.
I've been teaching from the last 30 odd years, and I've learned so much, and I still learn every day. That other thing that you said, that I'm still learning and I learned till my last breath, is so true. So true, because especially in these challenging times, things are happening at such a fast pace, and so many unprecedented and unthought and unimagined things are happening, you see, that we have to keep learning for the rest of our life. I would like to open the session for question and answers. Students, please ask ma'am questions. She has
anything that you have, any doubts or any, you need any advice. I'm very open to,
unmute yourself and speak.
Yes, Anand. Somebody is wanting to say something.
Sandeep Malik.
Yes, sir.
Ask
anything
question
that you have to ask. Any guidance or anything that you would like to, ask.
Ma'am, I just want to ask one thing, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Sandhya again. Ma'am, like after seeing this current scenario, as we know that we don't have opportunities for job. So what do you think? At what time these job opportunities will come up? How much long we have to wait for it?
You will be surprised that job opportunities, even during these COVID times, are existing. They might not exist in the NCR or in Bangalore, but they are in the second tier city, because the focus actually went a lot over the past couple of years on the development of the second tier cities. So job opportunities from all brands are opening up slowly, because there are a lot of conversions that will happen. There are a lot of hotels that will actually open out, and the opportunities are there even today. So do not think that there are no opportunities. There might be some skill set required, and you might have to start at a level where probably you do not want to start today. But your own ability and your own skill will actually, I would say, accelerate that journey. So this is important, that you have that self-confidence and you keep learning. So the job opportunities are there. And as I also said, it's not just hotels. Do not just confine yourself to hotels. There is so much that will happen. Do you think things will be locked like this forever? No, things will. And there is retail, there is healthcare, there is, I would say, even, residential, high-end residences. There are facility management companies who are caretaking of very big buildings as such, whether they are condominiums, etc. So hospitality teams are required everywhere. So just do not, the only recommendation is, do not limit your approach to just hotels. Although I am in part of so many groups, every day I get so many, input on jobs available. So it's not that, and anybody who actually is in a crunch or cannot locate, please connect with me. If there's something that I have a clue, I'll please guide you. I'll be happy to guide you.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, Shivam, Zahur, Anand Pratap, quickly.
Anything.
Okay, I think we should call it a day.
Okay, thank you.
Can Sanand propose a vote of thanks? Because Nikhil is not present.
Yeah, sure, sir. Good evening to everyone present in this meeting. I, Sanand Tiwari, final year student of IHMA, got this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude and would like to say special thanks to our respected chief guest, Dr. Madhu Chandhok, for taking out her valuable time for her busy schedule and guiding and motivating our students. Secondly, I would like to say thanks to our Honorable Chairman Sir, Secretary Sir, Joint Secretary Sir, CEO Sir of IHM for their motivation, guidance, and their blessings on us. Then I would like to express my sincere thanks to our respected Principal Sir, Chef Professor Anand Mittal Sir, and Dean Sir, Professor Sanjay Kashyap Sir, for arranging such a wonderful and enriching online session for all of us. And this online session is only possible by their able guidance and motivation.
Thank you. Thank you
Last
very much.
but not least, I would like to say thanks to our faculty members for their coordination in this online session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Look forward to meeting again soon. Bye.
Sure.
Yes, we will definitely
Bye.
call you
Thank
again.
you.
And my last word of advice to all attendees, including Honorable Dr. Madhu, is please protect yourselves from this pandemic. Please wear the mask when you're out of the house. Please distance with each other. And please wash your hands very often. Keep them sanitized as much as you can. Do not move out of the house unless it is absolutely necessary. With those words, I would like to end this meeting. Thank you, and
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless
Thank you, ma'am.
all.
Thank you.